so 2.6 is just solving triangles based on ratios. All right. So, first example. I think we even did this one. We have this triangle K, a K and N. It's working great this morning. Okay, so you got KAM. There's your 9 degrees, 7, and 11. Okay, so we're going to solve this triangle. So that means we're going to find every angle and every side. Okay? I'm going to start with angle A. Okay? Got a question very similar to this actually on your quiz yesterday. Okay, so we're going to find angle K. So if we look at angle K, these two sides that correspond with angle K that I'm given, the letter 7 here is my adjacent, right, because it's touching. And the side away from it that's not touching is my opposite. So when dealing with adjacent and opposite, I'm going to use tangent, right? So I know tan of my angle, opposite, 11, over 7. So now whenever you're finding an angle, what button on our calculator do we use? Second tan, right? Good. This was lesson 2.1, right? What'd you get, Sam?
I got 57.
Cool. Let's go with that. Oh. 57.2 degrees. All right? So now you guys have two options to solve for the next one. For angle N, you could either use tangent again, go 7 over 11, or you could just go 180 minus 90 minus 57.2. Okay? It's up to you. I wanted to try that. Tangent of N. This one I get 32.5 degrees. Okay? So if you notice these two are just a little bit different, they won't quite add up to 90 degrees, and that's okay. That's just a rounding thing that your calculator does while it performs the tan ratio. If you do 90 minus this, you should have got 32.8, and I got 32.2. So it's fine. Now the last thing we need to do is we need to solve for this guy here. You got a few different ways you can do this. You could use Pythagoras, and you could say x squared equals 7 squared plus 11 squared. Or you could use one of your tan ratios. Your trig ratios, not tan. For this one, I'm going to use trigonometry. I'm going to go with, I know that this angle is 57.2. I'm going to use this side here, which is my adjacent. And what side of the triangle am I looking for? Right, my hypotenuse. Which one uses adjacent and hypotenuse?
Cosine.
Cosine. Thank you, Sam. So I could say cosine 57.2 equals 7 over x. Now, what's the rule for when my x is on the bottom, guys? Divide by switching. Very good. And hopefully 12.9.
You got it, 13.03.
Which one did you do the same as me?
Yeah.
I think it's because
I got an 8.4.
57.2. I got 57.5.
Right. Rounding things. Everyone's calculator, depending on how many decimal places you go to or whatnot,
Yeah, I got 6.
your calculator is going to be slightly different.
Hey, what
Alright.
about the a squared plus b squared equals c squared?
Did you do that one, Chloe?
Yeah, and I got 8.4.
No, that can't be right at all. You should have went 7 squares, which is 49,
Is that
plus 121.
what you do plus though?
Yeah, you add them. Okay. So yeah, everyone's numbers depending on what you do. Like what I could have also done is I could have used this angle here, and I could have went cosine with these two, or I could use this angle and went sine. Right? You have a lot of options here. If everyone's off by a couple tenths of a degree or tenths of a centimeter or whatever your units are, whatever you're solving, I'm not too worried. It's just how it's slightly rounded, okay? So as long as everyone's close-ish, you're good. Okay? Questions about that? That's how you solve these triangles. You just figure everything out. And there's tons of different ways to do it. Some people like that freedom. Other people hate it, but they hate it because they don't know which way to go. And they like just being told what to do. Okay, so let's try another one now. So this time we're being given 2 sides. Example 2. You're given an angle and a side. So this angle is 39 degrees. And the side opposite of it is 9 centimeters.
I'm with Adam.
Okay, what is that? H, G, J. Okay? So we need to solve this guy, that guy, and we need that angle. Shannon, what do you want to solve for first?
X.
For x? Cool. All right, so we have an angle, we have its side, and we have this side here. So if we're looking at this angle, what are these two sides here corresponding to? Which one's my hypotenuse?
Which side is it?
We want to solve for x, right?
Wait, 5.
It's adjacent to the angle, right? Because it's touching the 39. So we have an adjacent, and which side is this one here? Good. Okay, I'll stop picking on you now. So we have adjacent and opposite. We're going to use this angle, so we'll use tangent. Tan 39, toe up, opposite, over, adjacent. Okay? So now x is on the bottom, so we're going to switch and divide. Good. Okay?
Oh, 1.01. That's not right. Do they want all sides?
Huh?
Do they want all sides?
Yes. So what'd you guys get for an answer for x? 11.1. Cool. 7 meters. Okay. So there's my first side. Now, if we wanted to solve for y, we could use trig, or we could use Pythagorean theorem. Sam, what do you want to do since you got the question right?
I want to use trig.
You want to use trigonometry. Look at you. Trig. All right. So I have this side, I have this angle, and I want to solve for y. What side of my triangle is y? It's the hypotenuse. Good. So I have angle, opposite, and hypotenuse. You got enough there for sine. I'm hoping by now, guys, it's starting to make a little more sense which side is which with hypotenuse adjacent and opposite. I'm going to try to start speeding up a little bit here. All right, maybe not showing all my steps. I know that to get y by itself, I'm going to go 9 divided by sine 39. So you should get 9 divided by sine 39. I got it. I got it. We got it. Making sense? Okay. I'm hoping you guys are trying these as we're going along, just to make sure you can get the right answer. I find a lot of the times it's not so much one of the big things that people make mistakes is just how they punch it into their calculators. All right. They understand what to do, like how where it all what everything is, but then they can't punch it in right. People get puzzled. Okay. Yeah, it's an actual word. Yeah. But they were like hangry. Or snuffleupagus. All real
Can you
words.
find that?
What's that?
Can you find it?
I watched Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street today.
No, I didn't.
No, he's still
They
there.
called him back.
He never left.
They said they
How could you get rid of him, Chloe or Maddie? Come on.
How'd you get rid of Cookie Monster?
Yeah,
They tried. They did. This is an outrage.
Okay, a window has been shaped of a window has the shape of a regular decagon. Do you guys know what decagon is? 10. Very good. I'm gonna draw one real quick here. Look at my beautiful decagon. Nailed it.
You should draw one by some sheet.
All right.
Wait, Mister, we didn't do Jade.
Yeah, we did. It's 51.
You did.
Oh.
Oh, you have to do a subtract.
Sorry, I just got excited. Okay, yeah. So where were we? So this is 39, 90. So there's two ways you could do it. You could do trig, or you could just go 180 minus 90 minus 39. Whatever way you want to try it, go for it. You should get, yeah, 51. Good work. That was you that yelled that out? Excellent. All right, moving on. All right, so we have this decagon. The distance from one vertex to the opposite vertex measured through the center of the window. I'll say that's the center. That's actually not bad. Is 4 feet. Determine the length of wood molding material that forms the frame around the window. All right, so what we're trying to do is you want to frame a window. You want to put wood from here, here, here. Okay? So we want to figure out the outside perimeter of it. So basically what we need to do is we need to find the length of one of these guys. And the decagon has how many sides, Maddie? And so we know the length of one side. Right. Aha. Aha. All right, so we know that this length here is 4 feet. All right? It's 4 feet from one side through the center to the next side, right? So this is 4 feet all the way. From the center to one side is going to be how many feet?
2 feet.
Yeah, 2 feet. And then we also know that if we do this line, what's this length going to be?
2 feet.
2 feet. Okay. Right? Because if it's 4 feet, we know it has to be 2 feet. So far, so good? Now,
Didn't we skip 2.5?
Yeah.
Did we have a?
oh yeah, we're not doing right triangles. I can't just give you the answer. I can't just shoot.
Expect us to know this.
Oh, wait, Mr. Rubber, did you give us one of these for 2.5?
We didn't do like a
No.
2.4.
No, we did up on the board.
I just did it up on the board.
Or we did it on the paper?
What? Chloe? Huh?
I don't know, I'm confused, I have 2.5 assignments.
Yeah, this regular sauce. I've never been.
What's that then?
Not a good triangle.
Oh, 2.5.
It's not a bad triangle. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so we got to do this with SOHCAHTOA. We can't use Pythagoras.
Why not? Why can't we?
That's not a right triangle.
Yeah, so just hold on. I got to redraw it.
We just want to
So is this
draw.
not a question that we're answering then?
No, we're going to answer it.
Why? It's gonna be on a test.
Okay, no, we're on the right track. We're on the right track. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a line here through the center.
Are we supposed to draw this?
Yeah, like
Now
that.
I see.
Now, if I draw that line, guess what this is?
A right triangle.
That's a right triangle. Correctamundo. And we know that if this is 2 feet, what's the center from the edge to the center? Right?
Okay.
So far, so good? Okay. What's that?
But it's two.
That's what he's doing.
No, this isn't 2 feet here. The green line's not 2 feet.
What?
Well, we don't know that. Okay?
Oh, because it's outside the,
Right.
it's not the framing.
Right. Now, how many triangles could we draw here altogether?
Oh,
A lot, right?
do we have to? Oh, do I have to draw them all?
No, don't draw them all. I'm just going to. Sorry. 1, 2,
Plenty of them.
3, 4,
Right triangles is.
5, 6,
Okay.
7, 8.
Regular triangles is 10.
18
Nine,
right
10.
triangles. 20 right triangles.
There's 10 of them, right?
Right.
So 20 right triangles.
Okay, so we have 20 right triangles. All of this here, if we were to measure all the way around in a circle, what's that?
60.
360
Divide 10.
divided by 10 equals 36 degrees. Now, we cut that in half though, right? We drew another line. So what's half of 36?
What?
6.
16.
Half? Divide? Half? 6?
15 half of 30.
Oh, 6. Yeah. It's
18.
I guessed it.
Good. So this is 18 degrees. So we have 18 degrees. We have a hypotenuse of 2 feet. Can we find this length here?
yeah.
Can we draw this like
Sure.
triangle on the outside?
Absolutely. Let me redraw it
There's
now.
not enough space.
Since I've drawn so many triangles now. We know this is 2 feet. We know that this is 18 degrees. We know that that is 90. And we're looking for this length here.
Which one?
X.
Cross?
Yeah.
I thought we need another degree.
No. What we're trying to find, remember, is the outer edge. For some reason, Chloe, you bought this 10-sided window and you want to frame it now. I don't know why you did that. Squares are much easier to work with. But we have this and we have to work with it now. Okay, so we're going to solve for X.
What? Let's go.
Adjacent, or we got the angle, hypotenuse we're looking for.
Opposite.
There you go. That's going to be sine. Sine 18 degrees.
Anyway.
you should get 0.62. That's feet.
And then
Good. Multiply it by 2, because remember you have this over here as well.
Where are you getting all that? You multiply 18.
You go 18, sine 18 times 2. You're not dividing this time. Sine's on the bottom. Do you have a question, Julian? Everyone's okay with 0.62?
I got 0.58.
me too.
0.58?
Wait, 2 times 18 equals 10.58.
No, you got to go.
I did it
Yeah, I don't know what.
Yeah, I get-
I got the same.
You get 6.2.
Oh,
Kiwi, try doing this from myself.
Yeah, do mine too.
So you go. No. You guys are going. You're doing sine of 36 because you're going sine 18 times 2. You have to go. For yours, Ethan, you got to go sine 18 equals times that by 2.
equals.
Okay.
Wait, how do you?
I still don't know. They didn't.
You got it. All right. So make sure you're doing that properly. For your calculator, Ethan, you could go 2, hit sign, put 18 in the bracket, and then hit enter. Okay. Okay, so now we multiply that by 2, like Shannon said, because we found one side. We need the other. Very good. So 6.2 times 2.
1.24.
Good. 1.24. Now we got to multiply that by one more number.
10.
Why 10, Julia?
Because there's
10 of them.
Very good. There's 10 sides. And our units were feet. 12.36, 12.4. It's all around. Good, you guys. Not too bad. That one's a little trickier, though. I'm not going to lie.
I was so
Do you like an
Still on the
octopus question like that?
What's that, Shannon?
You like an octopus question like that?
No, I might give you one today, actually.
Why?
Because
No.
this helps me determine who's like an 85 student, an 85% student, and a 95% student.
What? Do we have to leave today?
Yes. We're leaving today. Goodbye. Okay, on page 111. Do 5 and 6. You don't have to do all of them. You leave it? Dude, I'm just ready to help you now. I just got these guys going. And then do 8 to 11.
Wow, okay, so I can say that.
You look fried.
I worked hard today.
Oh,
Pretty young.
Hey, what are they?
5 and 6, 8 to 11.
Okay, come here, you're wizards. You know my way.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know.
So, transformations, right? You got, are you guys doing H and K, A and B?
Yeah,
Or is it A, B, C, and D?
H and K and like,
Rad.
Yes.
far from I watched that guy with Oscar Fox last night. And I watched the video.
Mr. Cummings?
Yeah,
Kevin Cummings?
yeah,
Did he help?
a little bit.
Oh,
Getting a little better.
How would you?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Julie. Okay, so do you understand like what A and B do? H and K are the easy ones, right?
Yeah,
They shift everything, right? Just like your vertex would shift, right? With your
yeah.
crowd,
And your A, you just,
stretch, and compress, right? Horizontal stretches, vertical stretches, right? Okay, B ones tends to be the trickier one, but it's still not bad. Okay. Okay, so you need to go through and identify everything here, right?
Yeah.
You guys have a test coming up? Nice. Nice. You want to start here? Okay, so let's label A, B, H, and K. Okay, cool. So we know we're going to vertically stretch everything by 5/2. Okay. You know your B value, you're going to horizontally stretch everything by 2. Okay. So all your X values are going to increase by 2.
By 2, okay.
Right?
So,
Right. So whatever your X values are, make them 2. And your H values, you're going to go down by 2/5. Right? Because you always do the inverse of these guys. Right?
I don't. What, I don't understand what you're doing, please. So you're just taking the inverse function out of it? So the y
Well, like here, if you look,
It doesn't give you.
like your B value, you just take all your X values and divide by that, right? So you're going to divide everything by 1/2. So you're just going to multiply everything by 2. So all your X values increase by 2.
Strategy.
So it's 2xy. Right? That's for your B. Your A value, it's going to go A by 2y. Okay. And you're also now going to apply the H and K. Yeah.
Somebody wrote.
Okay. So remember, this is applied to your H value, to your X value. This goes to your Y, right? So really, what's happening is, so your X value, 2x, or maybe the opposite. Right? Plus 1. 5/2y. Okay. Does that make sense? Okay. So this is your new equation. So this is what's going to happen. Everything's going to be shifted to the right one, up 1. All your X values are going to be stretched 2. So they're going to increase. And all your Y values are also going to be stretched by an X. I think that's what they want you to do by describing. Okay, I'm not 100%.
Okay, so for question 5, it says determine length of each side of each strategy. It doesn't need you to correct the answer for this side.
Oh, just solve it. Check it. If you get the same number as Sam, you're good. Okay, check with your neighbor. Okay. So they use Pythagoras.
Instead of that, can we use
Absolutely. I prefer using trig.
Okay.
So just the more practice you guys get, the easier you guys get. The easier it gets for you guys. Yeah, for 5 they don't have the actual answer, so just check with the person beside you guys, okay? And if they get the same number, chances are you guys are both right.
Horizontal stretch of 2. So what would my new equation be? I'm so far off.
What's that?
My new equation.
That is it right there.
Oh, okay.
It gives it to you. Don't overthink
I
it.
was.
Yeah, you're trying to make it harder than it is. Oh, shoot.
How do you